But baby, I make great content. Wow. Doing a little bit of work in the morning, but y'all, look at this glorious cold brew today. I don't know how it got so foamy, but y'all, that is a glorious... Okay. Let's get to work at. Hi y'all, watch me finish this last sip of my coffee. Quick fit breakdown. I'm going to the city and we're gonna hang out, and then I'm gonna do a little hangout with some other friends later. But the fit goes kind of hard today. I'm doing the most today, but if you can see, I don't know if you can. I just came out of the paper shredder, thanks for asking. Otter Air blazer that I haven't worn in like forever, but 'tis the season because it's quite cold out. Otter Air tie also came out of the paper shredder. This is a lot of fun. I really love this. There's a hole in it. You like that? Boyfriend oversized shirt and these jeans. I keep wearing these jeans. I promise I wash them. I've been really liking the dark denim for fall and winter, so it's been nice. And then red sunglasses because I think it's going to be quite sunny today. It's gloomy now, but we'll see. Book of the day. Your homegirl, Clarice, Lispector. We're doing a reread of The Passion According to G.H. I haven't read this since I was like 20 years old. We're gonna revisit it. This is kind of crazy. Yeah, see how I feel about it. Oh! Good catch, good catch. Yeah, I didn't realize this was like kind of short, but it might take me a while because it's a Lispector. We'll see how it goes today. Oh, bag of the day, CDG, because we're gonna be carrying some stuff later, so. All right, I'm actually good on time, but I'm gonna start going out now. And yeah, follow along with me. Love ya.
type of diversity, like in the workplace.
slightly hungover and in desperate need of a burger. That's gonna be my tradition. Super hungover, burger from No Brand Burger, which is like a budget burger place. I'm nearly there. You'll see soon. We rode on the bus a bit. We're doing good. We're doing okay, I think. Really nothing on the roster today. Getting this burger, maybe a cup of coffee at a budget place later, and then yeah, we'll see. Hi, hello. It's your boy Nate. I read books because reading is sexy, and if you're not reading, you're not sexy. Here with a single book update. We finish The Passion, according to GH, by your homegirl, Clarice Lispector. She still got it. She has got a chokehold on me, and every reading of a Lispector book is, one, always difficult to talk about, and two, life-affirming? Life-changing? Okay, life hasn't changed that much, but we'll say that I always need to preface that it's best to read Lispector when you're entering some kind of threshold, when you're seeking some kind of change in your life. I think it's within sort of the unknown, the vagueness of things, and the pool of all of these uncertainties are better strung along when you read a Lispector book. And, oh gosh, it's about the self, where it is between life and death. Our narrator, GH, is a woman who feels so guilty after killing a cockroach, has this metaphysical crisis because of it, and then ends up doing something with the roach. And I won't say, you're gonna have to find out yourself, but there's a moment in here where she talks about the neutrality of life and what should one do if we are in sort of this state of not feeling, the state of neither heightened anything or the lowest of anything, and makes you think, what is the body? What is it doing? What does it mean in the present tense? What is one to do as we carry it through the days? Much in the way that I think Moshfegh looks at the body and its disgust, its actions and disgust. A bit of that is explored here, but more so taking an equal stance. Not so much neutrality, but looking at its discomfort, but also looking at its joys. Through that, I feel like this is less about relationships, where I feel like any other Lispector book, when it does explore relationships between either God or another person to love or siblingship, here the relationship is for the self, and it's through the self that we are able to better understand how to love or get to that love. Even though very little of love is talked about here, I think it's the contentment our narrator seeks out, that we realize difficulties of examining heaven and hell within this book. If anything, I feel like this is a lot more religious than her other novels. There is one relationship in particular with quote-unquote God that I think is really interesting here. There isn't so much a communication or dialogue between creator and the thing that is created, this woman, GH. Whereas her other novels really have this strong connection between creator and creation. This one feels so far removed, but at the same time is so tied to the self. And I think that's why I've loved this one so much the most, because it is so selfish. I think you see Lispector's most selfish self within this book, because she is really just so insular within the I. This whole world is contained within that I, that I think is so compelling, and which is why I think this is perhaps the best place to start with Lispector's works, because it is the I that we must examine through your Lispector journey. And it's through the I think everything else blossoms when you read the rest of her work. Compelling mysticism at its finest within this one. I think it's also a lot more tightly written than her other books. Definitely something I will revisit. Related, unrelated, pleasures of the text. I was watching one of her recent vlogs. She was talking about the power of words and how so much do we not realize how little power there is to them, when in fact, I think they do carry a lot more than what is actually said through politics, through activism, through what's going on in the world right now. But it's also this line that near the end of the book that I want to read to you. It is exactly through the failure of the voice that one comes to hear for the first time one's own muteness, and that of others and of things, and accepts it as the possible language. Only then is my nature accepted, where pain is not something that happens to us, but what we are. And I think this is also explored in the rest of her books, but it's this idea that, like, what is before language? What is everything before we are able to speak? And it's within that absence, that negative space, the peripheral, that Lispector allows us to step back and really make us think, what is the power of our words? And how can we enter our words with much more power? Language is my human effort. My destiny is to search, and my destiny is to return empty-handed. But I return with the unsayable. The unsayable can only be given to me through the failure of my language. Only when the construction fails can I obtain what it could not achieve. Giving up must be a choice. Giving up is the most sacred choice of a life. Giving up is the true human instinct, and this alone is the very glory of my condition. Giving up is a revelation. Yeah, what do we give up? What do we give up when the workings of the world are heightened to an extreme extent? What do we do? How do we add power to our words? How do we mean what we say? And how can we become better individuals within such turbulent times? Through that, through the I, is where we can also be a conduit to protect, serve, help, be of something to others. Spectacular. As always, love this. Weekend was great. 11/11 was Saturday, and if anyone doesn't know, 11/11 is Pepero Day. Pepero is like, it's like Pocky, but the Korean version of it, which is literally the same. It's literally like a pretzel stick with chocolate over it, and yeah, it was really nice. Saw some friends, made some new ones, had a great time dancing, lots of good bops. One of my favorite clubs, Mitsuki, they had some of their DJs come over to one of my favorite clubs, and they put on a show, and it was just lots of good fun, like really good house, disco. It was a joy to be able to dance. I missed it so. It seems like I do a lot of it, but when I'm not on certain weekends, it feels like I'm missing the world. Can't complain. Yeah, the days have gotten colder. It's almost wool coat season, and turtlenecks. I'm really excited to pull out my turtlenecks. I think I'm wearing one tomorrow. Life is okay. I feel a lot more well-rested within my spirit, if that makes sense, after having finished this. It felt smooth. It almost felt like the practice of reading Lispector is gliding and glossing through her words and not needing to understand everything, because with every reread do you get sort of these openings to those understandings. With this reading, after so many years and after having read a few new Lispectors this year and last year, it's a beautiful experience. I'm better trained, if you will, well-versed in Lispectorism. So great, so great. I don't know, I feel like everyone should read Lispector. And it's so funny to me that like a lot of people, or most of people's frustrations with Lispector is that they're like, I can't understand everything. What the fuck is this? Nothing happens. And yeah, like nothing does happen. The book is literally about a woman who kills a cockroach. And then that's it. I don't know, it's just everything outside of that death. Do you see what life is? Do you see it in such an introspective way that boggles the mind and boggles the spirit? I feel like if you've never spiraled, I don't think you'll ever understand a Lispector. Like spiral, not like some kind of depressive episode, but like spiral into an existentialism where you're so stripped of the self and so far removed from the body that you feel so removed from Earth and the universe and are like sucked into this black hole of nothingness, you know? I don't know how else to explain it, but like a sleep paralysis, but in a wakefulness of it, if that makes any sense at all. But I don't know, if anyone's ever experienced life like that, then this is definitely for you, because I think she does that very well. She doesn't just capture the horror of the living, she captures the fantastical element of it and the beauty of it as well. That's why I always appreciate her work. I don't know any other writer who has been able to capture such a feeling. I'm so glad that there are a couple of her works where we're able to peek into sort of her mind and her wonders. This is in my Nathan Snook canon. I'll link it down below, downstairs. My Goodreads, 52 books, a book a week to get to know me. They are books that have influenced my life in some way, shape, or form. And this is one of them, and still holds up. I'm surprised. Okay, that's it, y'all. I'm trying to do this thing, and I think this might be the beginning of it. I realize that like these reading vlogs are hard to keep up with, especially if like you don't watch one of them, which you should be doing. What are you doing with your life? Come on, I make great content. Blah. It's really hard to keep up with my vlogs if you don't watch them in order. I feel like there are times when maybe someone is like watching them out of order, then it's like sort of hard to keep up. If you're not keeping up, which you should. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I think I'll try and reserve essentially a book, a vlog. And I don't want to like bring in multiple books because I feel like it's really hard to contain so much information. Also want to look at it from look at these books at how they're sort of influencing my life, how they are playing some kind of role in my life. Because with that, I think it garners a better pavement into what the book is doing versus like what the book is about. I want to try and steer away from that because I don't want to give a summary of what the book is. I want you to be able to engage with it outside of the normal context of a blurb, if you will. If you're entering a threshold, Lispector is a great way to sort out your anxieties. As much fear there is entering a new space, passing through a threshold, making a jump, there is a lot of excitement, a lot of wonder, and a lot of the self involved in terms of repair, fixtures, and losses. Lispector is able to examine all of those things, and I think that's why she's important. Lispector means something different for everyone in her philosophy. Might come off as a lot of mumbo jumbo if you're not entering a threshold, but if you are seeking some kind of change and you don't know what to pick up in terms of books, this will do it for you. This or Aquaviva. Aquaviva I feel like is also a perfect Lispector to begin with. This if you want sort of her fiction, Aquaviva if you want sort of her philosophy 101. It's less of a novel and more of basically an introduction to her work. And it's low commitment because you don't really have to follow plot, just vibes. And I think that's why she also works. Okay, I don't want to blabber on too much, but that's what's going on. So yeah, 2024, I'm hoping to do more just like singular book reviews. I just feel like, I don't know, like, do I need to talk about every single book that I've read? And a part of me is like, no, I mean, like, you don't have to. I already do it anyway on Goodreads. So yeah, I mean, if you follow me on Goodreads, you'll know. But like, the books are talked about in wrap-ups. But then it's also like, it's just content, you know what I mean? Like, I should be making that content. If someone is like looking for the book within the YouTube search bar or whatever, then they'll have some information about the book. And, I'd like to offer that. I love using YouTube as a search engine for random things. And yeah, if you found the channel by way of that, thanks for being here. I love y'all. Anyway, be well, do good work, keep in touch.